Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a very interesting story to share with you all. Please like, share and subscribe to our channel for more content. Let's dive into it. I'm 26 and I've been married to my husband for 6 years. About 2 years into our marriage, I found out that he cheated on me. It happened with a high school friend he reconnected with at a wedding he attended alone, a wedding I couldn't go to because I had just given birth to our first child. He told me it was a mistake, that he had too much to drink and that he regretted it deeply. He begged for my forgiveness, and I wanted to believe him. I had to. Our daughter was only one at the time, and the idea of breaking up our family over what he swore was a one-time thing felt like too much. So I convinced myself I could forgive him. I told myself it was just a mistake, that we could move past it. But looking back, I realize now that I was too young, too scared to understand just how deeply that betrayal would hurt me. I thought I forgave him because I was afraid to start over, but in truth I buried the pain. 3 years later, we had our second child, a son who's now 3, and that's when the truth came crashing down again. I discovered that the wedding incident wasn't the only time. He had cheated multiple times with different women during the early years of our marriage. I found out by accident while planning a photo collage for my mother-in-law's birthday. I stumbled across screenshots on my husband's phone. They were from dating apps, profiles of women saved from years ago. I went through his old messages. They were vague, but enough to confirm my worst suspicions. When I confronted him, he denied it at first, tried to twist the story, but the evidence was undeniable. The dates in the messages matched up perfectly with times he'd reassured me that everything was fine. Eventually, he gave in and confessed. He broke down, sobbing, telling me how much he hated himself, how foolish and immature he'd been, how terrified he was of losing me. He swore that he hadn't cheated since our son was born, that he had changed, and that our family meant everything to him now. His apology felt real. I wanted to believe he was truly sorry, and seeing him so broken, I hesitated. Maybe it was guilt or genuine regret. I couldn't tell. I told him I forgave him, but the truth is I didn't. Not really. I just couldn't process the betrayal fast enough, and part of me didn't want to shatter the life we had built. But something in me broke that day. The trust was gone. And no matter how hard I tried to forget, the anger stayed. Since then, my husband has been playing the role of the perfect partner, attentive, caring, always trying to make up for what he did. And I won't lie, it felt good to finally be the center of his attention. But deep down, every time I look at him, all I see are the lies. I've been tolerating him for the sake of our family, but the love, that's long gone. And now, well, here's where the story takes a turn. Last weekend, after putting the kids to bed, I decided to tell him something I knew would break him. I told him that I had cheated on him. I didn't, of course, but I wanted him to feel the same betrayal I've been carrying all these years. I wanted him to know what it felt like. When I said it, his face turned white, like the life drained out of him. He just kept repeating, "No, you couldn't have. You wouldn't." He begged me for details. When? With who? How could you? He couldn't wrap his head around the fact that I'd supposedly thrown away everything we'd worked to rebuild. I told him, "I expect you to forgive me, just like I forgave you." Now he's devastated, barely speaking to me. He's acting like the victim, telling me what I did was worse because we were finally in a better place and I've ruined everything. Part of me feels guilty, like I manipulated him, but another part of me feels like it's about time he got a taste of his own medicine. He told me he's leaving the house for a while to process everything, so I told him, "Sure, you can." Anyway, part of me feels bad for him, seeing him in hurt pain. I almost told him the truth, that I was lying about cheating on him. But hey, let him go through the pain for a while. What do you guys think? Did I do too much? Please like, share and subscribe to our channel for more content.